Welcome, vintage gamers, to a new series of content, A to Z Challenge. This month is the Mana Traders, which has a large month-long qualifying section where you need to get a certain number of matches, have a certain win percentage in those matches, and then you'll qualify for a Swiss tournament at the end of the month. I thought it would be a fun challenge to see if I could qualify for the Mana Traders while playing every single vintage deck. So I have the list from the sub-archetype sheet here, and we're going to go one by one through these lists, and I can't move on to the next list until I have won with the first one. So I start with a Deathrite Shaman 4-color Walkers list. If I win, then I play 8 cast. If I lose, then I got to keep playing 4-color Walkers until we win. And I'm going to try to win with every single deck and see if at the end, are we qualified? If we are, we'll stream it. If not, I have no idea. I hope we qualify. Enjoy the video. Okay, we're actually right live for another round of Mana Traders action, A to Z challenge. We're currently on H for Hogaak. I've just copied the very stock Hogaak list, but made sure that I copied a list that contains Black Lotus. I think you should, if you're playing 4 Collector Roofs, you should definitely be playing a Black Lotus in your main. If you're like worried about cutting the 4th Vigor, then you can just cut something else. I think there are other things you can trim on Bloodghast once upon a time. But Hogaak is obviously super powerful, and we're going to go battle here today doing some Mana Traders. I had to start this real quick. I didn't really realize that the Mana Traders queue would be an instant lock. So we're just jumping straight in, and then we'll figure everything else out after. All right, this hand doesn't do anything. Let's try again. This hand doesn't really do anything. It's like pretty reliant on once upon a time finding Bazaar, exactly Bazaar. So this hand's not going to work either. I definitely was not ready to start. I think people are ready for Gak. But, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully I am awake enough to play matches today. I just didn't know what to do. I couldn't fall back asleep, so I decided we'll just keep playing Magic, right? What's the worst that could happen? I'm not even sure, like, a Tinker Saga Sphinx deck is actually supposed to beat Gak. Or I would favor Gak slightly. I don't know what happened to our opponent. Maybe a deep mulligan decision. Hey. I know. What are people doing? Play the good cards. Alright. My opponent kept their 7. I have to mulligan again. This is a 5-card hand, and if I hit Once Upon a Time, it's very good. If I hit off Once Upon a Time for Bazaar, it's very good. And if I hit a land, it's fine. So, like, I can bottom... No, Gak is not... Gak, if I hit just a land, I can go Stitcher. It's still just not very good. My hands have just not been very good, so... Oh, you can keep a Stitcher Supplier turn 2, turn 1 Hogaak hand. I just haven't had that. I think I'm going to keep this one. It's not great, but... Just going to try to hit off this once. I did not hit off the once, and I also didn't hit a fetch. So I've got Bayou, Stitcher Supplier, and we're in some deep shit. I don't know if going to 4 is better there. I'm kind of the feeling that it's not, so. But obviously this hand is quite poor, so. I don't really know like how much better Hogaak is gonna get at 4. But those would have been decent ones. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I actually hit Q to test to see if the queue was live today because I didn't see any Mana Traders matches. And so I didn't know if the queue was live. So I clicked the test and it insta popped, and now I have to stream it, right? I was still eating. All right, Volcanic Island. Okay. What else? So like, there's some nice upsides here. If we hit fetch land or land, if we can hit land, we can cycle hollow one. We can play Root Walla, which means if we draw Gak, we can play Gak. If we draw Bazaar, we're obviously in great shape. But obviously all those are kind of corner cases. We're probably going to lose this game. Another supplier is not bad either. That pushes us to Gak. I don't know why actions are taking this long, but I'm going to use this time to eat. That seems like a good day. I played Magic the Gathering, and then I napped, and then I woke up, and now I'm playing more Magic the Gathering. Highly don't advise that. All right, I get a turn. Ooh, Stitcher Supplier is not bad. Let's see if we hit a Hogaak. Resolves, any Hogaakers? We did hit a Hogaak. All right. I mean, run pretty hot right there. Probably supposed to keep a land in my yard in case I draw a Deathray Shaman, but I just didn't care. Whoops. I mean, I expect like they vamp and then tinker me, right? I don't know. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. So we probably just lose to tinker. Or maybe they have a breach combo. Why? Won't I be able to eat their yard if I want to hit spells? Looks like I'm getting turn 2 breach killed. Yep. Cool. 3 breach, tinker. Okay, cool. I mean, I probably wasn't beating that draw with my best possibles, so can't be too upset. Let's bring in Chalice on the play. Let's bring in Vigor. Let's bring in Beseju. Hmm. It's good. I didn't use any luck on an unwinnable one. It's possible we want to bring in ley lines, but because they are on triple breach, but I don't know. That's kind of maybe too much. Just bring in everything. It's interesting. Hollow one? I'm not boarding out a hollow one. Sorry, no props. I can't do that. There's no world which I'm trimming a hollow one here. Let's try this. That game should have taken like 1 minute. I don't know why it took like 10, but pretty straightforward. They didn't even have to like vamp into like breach into vamp into draw into Lotus. Like they didn't have to do any of that. So just 2 combo pieces in hand, one to the vamp. Murder you. So like if your plan is gonna be collector roof 4 of post board, then not playing Black Lotus is kind of egregious. So I don't know. I set all the decks up on Friday night because I was thinking about streaming Friday night. So I'd have to go back. We'll see when we get there. If we get there. Why? I don't know about this life. Use all the time you're given, I guess. Maybe I should have made him play out the breach combo. That hand is quite poor. If this was a fetch land, I probably would keep it. Moon Saga, Slam Oof, have Vigor Protection. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe that's not a good enough hand. Let's try again. All right, Collector Oof with Pyroblast backup. Nothing else? Well, actually, nothing else is not exactly true because I have double fetch, Black Lotus Pyroblast, Dryad Arbor, double fetch, Black Lotus Pyroblast. I'm actually pretty close to a Hogaak in this hand. I'll probably keep this. And this is why you play Black Lotus in the deck. Like, this hand is not keepable without Black Lotus, right? If this is a Vigor, maybe it's still keepable just as a slow hand, but I guess if I don't end up using Pyroblast, it's a little awkward, but so Zajad went on a barbecue. Good morning. Where is it morning? Hawaii? I guess like West Coast, it's almost morning. It's 9 p.m. in Italy. Thanks for chilling with me, chat. I guess, yeah, I mean, 3 a.m. in Japan. Sure. 4 a.m. maybe. Oh, my sleep cycle is just the most messed up right now. I'm gonna try to just stay up until tonight and then try to sleep until my normal time. I don't know what to do. I got 4 hours of sleep after that challenge, which should be a pretty dope video, even though the back half of it was quite garbage. Garbage play. The deck was so sweet. I feel so bad because I feel like if I just had been a normal pilot, it would be an easy top 8 for Yorion. But instead, it's just a published 3-3 Yorion list, you know? Oh. I guess that's spoilers, because, well, maybe I'll just release this after. Alaska and Hawaii. Wow. All right, then. Good morning. I take it all back. Oh, Leyline in the Void. We're here. Well, my Hogaak clan is dead. At least I have a collector roof, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I assume they just kept Leyline only. Not a vintage player. It's kind of an interesting card. Maybe I was supposed to fetch Dryad Arbor just for beats. Leyline Go against Hogaak is not something I would recommend doing. It's just probably still better on 0. Like, we have a lot of 1-drops we want to draw. I will probably fetch a Dryad Arbor just to increase the clock. Oh, they top deck the fetch land. Powerful wizardry. I think I would Pyroblast just about any card. I'm gonna get a Bayou. I'm gonna get a Badlands and a Dryad Arbor, maybe. I mean, I think this is a pretty reasonable Pyroblast target when my opponent kept a no-lander. Like, if they untap an Ancestral me, that's bad beats, but I think it's fine. I am kind of regretting not making them play out the combo in game 1, though. I don't really know what's going on, but at least I have chat. That's what matters, right? All right, I'm gonna go fetch up my 1/1 here. I got a 6-turn clock. Oh, that's a pretty decent draw. Because it's gonna stop me from losing to like a Saga top deck. Should I just play it now? Should I wait till they play a Saga? Maybe this is bad. Oh. Well, now holding it means I can turn it into cards. I guess the only thing I'm really drawing into is Hollow One, though. Maybe I'll just play this. They would have to have drawn like 2 lands, but oh, pay mana for probe, sure. I mean, it hits Hollow One, it hits Pyroblast, it hits I don't really know if I'm gonna keep the clock up, so I might as well draw to a green card. Like, I'm not gonna not attack with Dryad Arbor and play Once Upon a Time, so yeah. It's very weird seeing or listening to something on normal speed after watching it sped up. I watch almost everything on YouTube at 2 times speed these days, so yeah. Oh, Saga got played and Saga died. Good call playing Alpine Moon. Obviously, I don't activate Bazaar because I won't be able to keep 2 cards, so we're going to wait 1 more turn. Hey, is it worse that you watched me live at 2 a.m. or that I played at 2 a.m. and I'm playing again now on stream? Like, it's probably worse that I'm doing that, right? I'm actually not going to play Vigor. I'm just going to play second Collector Roof. The deck was really sweet. Basically, we started 3-0. I guess I will definitely put this up after the Painter video. We started 3-0, but then I started like falling asleep on stream, and I played miserably bad and just threw away multiple games. So we ended up going 3-3. But the deck was so cool. Like, Shredder was really strong. Yeah. Okay, Alpine Moon did do the thing that it wanted to do. I'm still a little sus on these Pyros, but let's run it back. Like, the core concept of a Shredder Tinker deck has got to be good. There has to be a good Shredder Tinker deck. Like, that card is just so strong. We gotta find the right shelf for it. But, I mean, we can look at it while this player takes the next 2 minutes to sideboard. So this is what we played. No, that's not what we played. This is what we played this morning for the 3 a.m. challenge. I actually thought the Yorion was very reasonable. Like, I lost the game because I forgot to put Yorion in my hand. But, like, Yorion won or helped win multiple games and was totally fine. But Ledger Shredder was like the best card that of the day for sure. Goblin Welder actually quite good as well. I welded out multiple hollow ones for Mox Emeralds from Hogaak players. So, well, I think, yeah, I don't know. I might try another Shredder Breach deck that has predicts in it next. Kane and Isaac were talking about that on the Grinders Discord. So I might try that next. But I wasn't unhappy that we played Yorion. There's probably a lot of work that can be done here, but the idea and premise seemed good. Well, the welder did die to a Renin 6, which was not a fun time. But besides that, the welder was pretty reasonable. This deck might also want what's the red stone from Kamigawa? Actually, the thing that I was least impressed with was Painter Grindstone. which is interesting. It might just not be necessary when you have Time Vault Key. Synthesizer. Yeah, Synthesizer. I'm actually starting to think that maybe this deck doesn't even want Painter Grindstone, but that's kind of what enabled Pyroblast, so who knows. All right, we're back in game. I've got another hand that doesn't actually function. It's going to be really hard to keep the mental if we lose this one here. Should I expect my opponent to multi leyline again? Oh, no, I'm not keeping this. No shot. Let's go back and talk about Yorion instead. Yorion is a bird serpent. I don't know. I'm just not sure about if this is actually a good combination. Like a lot of times I didn't even want to choose blue because my opponent, it would like might give my opponent an extra force. So I'm just not sure. Like I can free up 6 slots in this deck by cutting Painter Grindstone. I could play like 2 Engineer, some synthesizers or something. All right, my opponent kept a 7-card hand. I'm gonna mulligan. Man. If this Dryad Arbor was not a Dryad... Yeah, no, Yorion was relevant multiple times. Like, as a force card, as a flyer, as a card to pitch to Shredder. I actually, like, lost the game because I didn't put Yorion in my hand because I forgot about it. Yeah, this would hand I would definitely keep if this Dryad Arbor was a fetch. I would just play turn 1 Collector Roof plus Chalice. I'll hit the mulligan it. Why can't I just have a functioning card, a hand? No, it's not unreasonable at all. I'm just gonna mulligan this again, I guess. All right, well, I'm gonna hope these free spells are enough. Which ones do I want? Hollow One, Root Wall, Chalice? Or do I want Hollow One, Root Wall, Strip Mine? Nah, probably Hollow One, Root Wall, Chalice, and just hope this is good enough. That could be true. So my opponent kept a 7, didn't have a ley line. Yeah, I definitely do regret not. I regret game 1. Oh well. I gotta stop eating. I'm full. Justin, no more food. All right, I want to throw away this food, and I'll come back when we have a turn. I did high roll really hard in the first 3 matches. That's true. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure Yorion is like the way to build it, but I don't think Yorion was bad. It's possible it wasn't correct, but I'm not sure it was bad. Oh, turn 1 Black Lotus, but I don't have a chalice. Not good. Is this demonic? Am I just dead on turn 1? That would be sweet justice. For someone. I don't know who. Playing Magic again today seems like a mistake. I don't know if I have it in me to make. All right, how are we dead? Needle? Okay, fair enough, I guess. Not that lucky. Drew Vigor there would be so good, though. Kill Saga, kill Needle, murder my opponent. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, that's bad for me. That's a lot of restricted cards. Oy, oy, oy. I guess the good news is there are 0 constructs. Okay. So what's this gonna be? Top? Ah, Mana Crypt Tinker? I'm in physical pain right now. The fact that this is happening is just so bad. It's crazy. What is this draw? So sad. All right, I need to draw. I need to draw Vigor into like Boseiju or something. I don't know. I don't think it matters. It's why did this match take 25 minutes? This match with 2 experienced vintage players could have been over in 2 minutes. It could have been a 2-minute match. Well, I guess I was supposed to hold that in case I drew Greenland into Boseiju. I thought I had less turns. Oops. Now I have no outs. Yeah, I should have held the Wasteland, because if I drop Boseiju here, I actually kill this. Okay. Fantastic. That's a good way to start the stream. All right, let's try this Hogaak deck again. Hopefully we can play Magic the Gathering. This hand does not play Magic the Gathering. My opponent has mold to 5, which makes me think we might be mirroring here. I'm gonna keep this one. Once Upon a Time, that's live to hit. Wasteland, Bizarre. So it's not too bad. I'm not gonna upkeep Once Upon a Time. Oh, I think I need more information. Okay, so it's not Hogaak. They do have a Wastelands at shops then. Oh, it's mono white. Okay. Bazaar here wins. Did not hit a Bazaar. I'm gonna take the land. I'm gonna get my Beseiju wastelanded instead of my black-green land. Oh, well, Luminarch Aspirant is one of the worst cards for me to try to beat here. I'm just constantly in pain. Yeah. I think we're lost to Lumi, actually. This is supposed to be quite a good matchup for Hogaak. One of Hogaak's best matchups, but I definitely think we're about to get destroyed in this game. Oy, boy, oy, oy, oy. We need to hit a Hogaak. Oh, I think Aspirant's quite good. There's just no shot. There's just no shot. I maybe like I was supposed to hit this Pearl with a Vigor on the second turn upkeep, but that didn't feel like a winning strategy to me. I guess I could infer that they don't have a White Source off of no Wasteland, but I had to play a Deathrite Shaman, so I couldn't have done that. On the third turn's upkeep, was I supposed to do that? Hmm. They're just gonna flash in a Containment Priest or something. It doesn't really matter very... Okay, alright, you got me. I do know that it's green-white now, though. And not mono... Oh, I guess that's not true. I don't know that it's not mono-white. It's probably green-white, though, which is worse for me. That's actually a good matchup for green-white due to Stoneforge Mystic. Don't think we're going to make very much changes here. None of these cards look very good. Maybe a Beseiju comes in. Try again. Oh, no, I'm just playing every deck, Bart. A to Z challenge. Going through every deck in the format, seeing if we can qualify. We have already qualified, but now trying to see what the record would be after trying to win once with every deck. Hogaak and Dredge have been very bad for me, though. This is so bad. I haven't had a close to a keepable 7. Do I want to have 2 Bazaars here in case I get Wastelanded? Or do I want to, like, lead Stitcher Supplier? I think I want to lead Stitcher Supplier. So maybe I hold a Bazaar, keep this hand, lead Stitcher Supplier. I guess if I hit a Hogaak, maybe it changes. Wasteland, Vengevine. So I just take this Vengevine and then play a Stitcher Supplier. And then no matter what they do, I guess if they have turn 1 Containment Priest, I look silly. But we should still be able to gack them. What do we hit? Anything good? Bloodghast. Okay, so they're definitely on green-white with Once Upon a Time here. Got Caracas. All right, fair enough. Oh, and a Moxen. Turn 1 Lumi. Turn 1 Lavinia? That'd be so bad. No shot. Turn 1 okay, turn 1 Stoneforge. That's also like unbeatable, right? All right, I guess we'll just lose a bunch with we're gonna lose a bunch today. I can strip mine them. That's actually seems really good here. I think this sequence plays around Ravenous Trap. All right, this strip mine draw was insane, especially if they have no more white sources. Obviously, this Vengine was useless. Okay, that's not a white source. Perfect. So now I think we're favored again. Strip mine continue to be broken magic card. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't make great attacks. What is the likelihood we play a Vengevine this turn? Seems kind of low. I attack here, here. They take 1. We lose a supplier. Get 3 cards in our yard. They take 9. Bring back my Bloodghast with Bazaar. Activate. Draw 2. Pitch 3. Is that even worth it? Sure. Yeah, I definitely think it's correct to block because you don't want to take 10 there. Yeah, we hit Bloodghast Vengevine there. So that was pretty good. I like my sequence here. Do you think I'm going to activate, though? Oh. Okay, that's not exactly what I expected. I definitely... So I'm gonna... I guess I have to just pitch these 3. Okay. So I have to get Tabernacled here if they have it. Okay. Well, we got that one. Thankfully, my opponent didn't have another white... I mean, maybe we beat Cauldra anyways, but my opponent not having a second white source after we drew Strip Mine on their Caracas was kind of the nuts. Do we change anything? What does that deck even look like these days? We might just not play Vigors depending on what they have in their deck. Last Weissel list has 2 Tabernacles. Main deck Caracas. Outland Liberator, Luminarch Aspirant, Noble Hierarch, Stoneforge, Thalia, Archon, Kataki, Sanctifier, 2 Sanctifier Invect, 2 Containment Priest. I don't think my cards get better though. Like maybe I want to have a Root Wall instead of a Vigor. It's kind of the only change though. Like I could theoretically Moon something, but that's not exactly why you want to use Moon. Doesn't really work out the way you would want it to. This, I mean, this is a keep, and I have to hope some things go well, but I'm definitely gonna keep. Okay, do they have a Moxen again? No. What is this? White mana. You gotta be looking for green mana. Oh, what the heck? Is this gonna be an Archon? Oh, turn 1 Stoneforge. Ah, man, they've had some nice draws. But I guess they went down to 5 cards for this one. So we need to beat a Cauldra complete, which is gonna be challenging. Didn't hit the Strip Mine this time. I guess I can just hard cast this Vengevine. It's kind of a bad use of my stuff. It's probably just bad to do that. I probably should just bin everything. I don't know. It's gonna be really tough though. Just bin the non-root walla creatures and hold everything else. That plays really badly into Archon, I guess. Maybe just play the Lotus. Maybe I've been Arbor, Hogaak, Vine. Just play Lotus in case they arc. I guess I can't do anything if they Archon me, so maybe it doesn't matter. Like, they can't die to their Mana Crypt, though. Never mind. Like, they have a Pain Land and a Mana Crypt. I'm hoping they have no follow-up besides Cauldra, because they, you know, they London mold to it. Is this going to be like an Outland Liberator? Are they going to kill my Black Lotus? That's so fine. I'm so okay with that. That is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love it. Thank you, opponent. All right, please hit any creature I can cast. No creatures I can cast. God bless. This is a painful one. All right, can you lose Mana Crypt Flip? They didn't have a land, though, so that was good. Nope, one Crypt Flip again. All right, hit a white source. Plays a Cauldra. First strike, trample, haste. Yeah, it's not good for me. And a Lumi. Yeah, I mean, we got ranched. All right, well, we got Vengevines coming. We still don't have Vengevines coming. Oh my. How is this possible? I'm the most unlucky player who has ever existed. What is this set of draws? I'm actually like, if I hit a Wasteland and killed their Horizon Canopy, we would easily have won this game. That's so sad. Okay, whatever. Hey, look at the Root Walla. Yay! Maybe I'm not even supposed to play these because I need to hit more hollow one or more Vengevines. Like, I probably have to hit double Vengevine, so I probably shouldn't have even played those. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have even played those. Oh, this thing just tramples. Oh, it's okay though. All right. That's fine then. Just get in. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yep. So I can block. It doesn't have Death Touch. It's actually extremely different from Death Touch. No, it's not extremely different from, well, is it different from Death Touch? First strike whenever yeah, so it would still deal 8 first strike damage to this. right? I can chump it forever, right? But this isn't the same as Death Touch where it... Yeah, it blocks the whole thing. It's not like First Strike Death Touch. They have to assign all the damage. It's still going to be hard for us to win. They've lost no mana crypt flips, right? Or how many mana crypt flips have they lost? Okay. So I use both of these to get a Hogaak. This thing, they have to block. They don't have to block. I attack with all these. I get a Hogaak. This is 12. No. I attack with 2 of these. I attack with 2 of these. I get a Hogaak. Sorry, I attack with Hollow 1 Vengevine. I play a Hogaak off of... Wait. Attack with 2. Play a Hogaak. I have enough to block. Yeah, okay. This game was probably a win if they like lost a couple mana crypt flips. They just taking it. Does that mean I miscalculated and I'm dead? So we'll find out together, huh? If I'd hit a land drop and brought back a Bloodghast there, might have been good. This is 12. I don't know. We'll find out together. They lost a flip, so if I survive this turn, they can die to their mana crypt. Okay. Are they going to attack? 12, block for 11. Yeah. I have just enough to live. So I think they just lose to their mana crypt. Oh, they don't get exiled either. So in this situation, I naturally draw my card, because if I hit a land, I get a hasty Bloodghast. Okay. I still activate first. Attack 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're actually dead on board, right? Wow, we actually won this game? Holy shit. We did draw a million cards, but 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, take 3, die. Okay. I mean, the mana crypt one, we won what, 1 or 2 flips? It wasn't a huge number. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened. Oh, I'm just happy not to play any more Hogaak. Thank you. I don't want to play any more Hogaak. No more bizarre decks for a while, please. Okay. Thank God. It's over. It's over. Okay, we got through Hogaak, thankfully, and now we're on an even more obscure deck. Well, Hogaak wasn't very obscure. We are on an obscure deck, a deck that doesn't see much play anymore in 2022, and that is Jeskai Control. I have something similar to a recent Senpai Blank 5-0 here. I am just going to trust that this is the way to be. And because Senpai has definitely put more intelligent thought into it than I have. So we're going to battle with this controlling Jeskai deck, and we'll see what we can do. We should have a match right now up against Schultz, and then we'll be able to battle. All right. Can Jeskai be played in the year 2022? This hand doesn't look spectacular, but it definitely has some things going for it. I think we battle with this. What's the worst that could happen? Turn 1 Fastbond kill us? I mean, I think we're going to get embarrassed no matter what. I'm not convinced my... Okay, Saga. Okay. That's bad for Jeskai. All right, I'm going to see what's up. What's opponent got for us? Show me the goods. Ah, it is Fastbond combo. We have Bazaar of Baghdad, Tabernacle, Time Walk Gush, Urza's Saga, Bolus's Citadel. And we did draw our Black Lotus, which is kind of just the nuts, though. This doesn't hit non-lands, right? This is the card that does not... March hits non-lands. So I could march a Saga, but I can't ending a Saga. All right, my opponent is going to go Island, Time Walk, hope to hit a land drop, hard cast Citadel, right? Is there a world where I'm supposed to play Narset here instead of Mentor? That gives me 7 looks for a force. Kind of think so. I'm not convinced this is a Mentor play. Like, my opponent, if they hit a land drop, is going to play a Citadel, and I currently have nothing. Like, what's the likelihood I hit a force in... I have how many? 5 forces? I think I'm going to cast Narset. So my opponent has a Saga and a Time Walk. The Saga is going to find them a Black Lotus. Pyroblast is good. That'll buy me a turn. Does mean I'm not fetching a white source, though. This also shuts off their Bazaar activation if for some reason they went for Bazaar. I'm going to Pyro this. Yeah, definitely there's no Plateau in our list. But now I get an additional 4 looks for a force. So I feel pretty good now. Or plus even more looks with Preordains. Oh, there's a force. So if I would have found it off of Preordain, but not off of no Narset. I just play another Pyroblast. I don't know if another Pyroblast is necessary. Probably don't need a Gush, though. I'm going to keep both of these. This way I get a white source, and then I have a powerful finish. Okay, I mean, I feel really strong now. It seems very hard for my opponent to win here. They also still needed to hit the land that produces mana to play Citadel. This was an extremely powerful Jeskai start. I mean, I had Black Lotus, so I guess, of course, it's going to be. I mean, I had Black Lotus and Mentor and Narset, which are my good plays off of Black Lotus. When I cast Dig Through Time, I assume I'm leaving spells in my yard. I assume we're a Sanctuary Forger gamer. Yeah, Sanctuary Forager. Cool. Forager, I should say. Yeah, I think we're in a commanding position now. Yo, what's up, Sammy? Appreciate it. Yeah, I understand that I don't stream at particularly good times for some parts of the world. Also, I mean, as like the way I consume content, I just prefer YouTube. Like, there's a really nice thing about being in chat and getting to, you know, experience chat culture, but 2x speed on YouTube is pretty broken. All right, so they're actually gonna go for Mana Crypt. Abandoning the line. Oh, they drew Black Lotus. Okay, so they could have Bolus's Citadel with Flusterstorm back up here. They don't. Cool. So I don't see any reason to jam Mentor here. I think just hold open Pyro and cast Dig. Maybe I just cast Dig on their turn. Their upkeep. I'm going to leave the... Oh, they're going to draw 1, discard 3? Sure. I'm going to respond to this by digging, though. I don't think there's a very convincing reason to ending the crypt when I have Pyro for Tinker. I'm just going to take Force Forger. This way I have another Force of Will. And then I don't really need another Forger threat. I have a Mentor, so. They pitched Fastbond, Life from the Loam. Tabernacle. So they have a Gush in their hand, and they can dredge Life from the Loam, but they have an active Mana Crypt. I feel like we're just winning here, right? Dredging Loam. Oh, they hit a Riftstone portal. Mana is nicer. Like, what does Dredging Loam accomplish for them? The minute I play a threat, I'm in good shape. Tabernacle. Oh, they get a Saga back. I see. So they can just do Saga things. Maybe I should force then. They can just dredge it again and play it again next turn. It might not matter. I also have a prismatic ending for the first construct. I gotta get this in play, though. We gotta start trying to win this game. So they do get to dredge this loam. And then they discard... Oh, they actually dredge and then draw. Wow, that's kind of broken. They haven't lost any flippies yet. Here we go. There's a flip loss. Are we beating recurring sagas? They just milled their key, so that's probably good for me. This is gonna be loam, right? Milled a key. Fair. Oh, right. They have a tabernacle, chat. Are we really winning this game? I kind of feel like we're losing this game. I'm gonna get Beseiju locked. I think we lost this game. I had to counter the loam. Is Time Walk good enough? How do we have a lot of looks? I think we just lose. We can't even cast Ancestral this turn. I guess we can get a Gush. I'm pretty sure we're lost. Gush is not exactly good in the face of Tabernacle here, but what am I doing? Like, I have to play spells. Well, I could have forced Loam. I probably will force the next Saga Loam. But they can just, like, Loam a bunch of times. I don't think any of these cards do anything. No, I'm just gonna get... Why not grab... I mean, I think the damage is already done. Don't think negation is going to be what we need. Well, making a bunch of extra tokens isn't exactly good. Might as well. Like, I don't think, like, negating the next loam is... Like, negating the first loam might have been good. But now, I don't think it matters. Like, I will probably force this loam. The problem is I can't really play through this Tabernacle at all. I was definitely supposed to force the first loam. That's for sure. Made a huge misplay there. I mean, I also could have jammed this Mentor at an earlier point in the game. That probably also would have been winning. I guess I knew they had a Tabernacle, so maybe not. Like, them just playing a random Tabernacle and constraining my mana was also bad for me. Or, like, maybe this dig through time where I got Force was, like, just really bad as well. Alright, so I force this. That will buy me some time. They didn't lose any more flips, though. Alright, so I get to pay for 2 monks, and then ending this construct. Yeah, I mean, we're still doing it. Like, if I had gotten a bunch of chip damage in earlier in this game, maybe it's just a ton different, right? So they dredge back their loam and draw a card, and then discard 3. Oh, they went for just draw 1, discard 3. That's got to be worse than Dredging Loam and drawing 1. Don't know why they did that. They fetched their Gush finally. Can I get a crypt flip? All right, we got a crypt flip. They hit a Wasteland on this one. So they can cast 2 Loams this turn, right? What is this? A Teferi. All right, sure, I counter it. I'm just never going to have mana to dress down in their end step. So this gets them Wasteland, I assume. Yeah, so I don't think they can play a Saga. I think they have to play a Wasteland and constrict my mana. Yeah. We're pretty much all in on this mana crypt at this point in the game. We are going to keep 2 Moxen and hope to draw a... sorry, we're going to keep 2 Monks and hope to draw a Moxen. I guess a Moxen doesn't actually do much because of the way the life totals are set up at the moment. But we are Wasteland locked now, so it's gonna be... Is there a Lightning Bolts in our deck? No. All right, 2 mana crypt flips. Dredge Loam, yep. Draw a card. Push these in the graveyard. Do we even... Mystic Sanctuary? This is a crazy deck. All right, I need this crypt. Any crippers? That's not the good word. Any mana crypt bans? Oh, lost a flip. All right, here we go. God bless. Okay. Oh, there's the Glacial Chasm. All right, so we just lose to the Glacial Chasm, right? That's unfortunate. On the very last one. That's so sad. Oh, they don't have... Okay. Well, I can counter a Loam or something. As long as they stack these well. All right, so I can let my monks die, cast Ancestral. Yeah, maybe... I don't know, maybe that player who asked for a negation was correct, and I was supposed to get a negation? Kind of interesting. No, this prevents damage that would be dealt. This deals damage. I guess I can upkeep Ancestral. I mean, they have a mana crypt. I don't need to keep my mentor in play, right? I'm just gonna let them all die. I have my clock, so... It doesn't actually do combat damage. Hilarious. Monkey, useless yet again. Well, he has to let the cavern die, the chasm die. After the next turn. I am gonna get wastelanded though. What I need to do is draw a negation and have it resolve on the life from the loam. I played this game very badly. I think if I played this game correctly, it was just an easy win, but I played so bad. Well, they have one turn where they don't need to use Chasm. Like, they can pay 2 life. And they can wasteland me this turn. Unless they, like, plan to get a Saga this turn and try to clock me out. Oh, now they have 2 Loams, though. How do they win? They have 11 cards left. I mean, they're going to try to find a Fastbond, right? They have 2 Fastbonds in their yard, but they keep dredging. I don't know what the plan is. They have to find a plan. Maybe the plan is just a construct? I don't know. I am no expert on Cube's Fastbond combo deck. Wow. Okay. Why didn't they bring back Fastbond? Why did they bring back Tameshi, though? Why did they bring back Tameshi and not... No, they have a Glacial Chasm. Fastbond is fine. The minute they do this activated ability... Oh, they just return the Fastbond. And I can't counter it because it's returned. Wow. That's incredible. No, they went for Black Lotus. They went for Black Lotus. So I can Pyroblast, right? They don't have enough to Reclamation again. They have life from the Loams, right? Like... Oh, okay, so I have Mystical Time Walk. The only card in my deck that does anything is Negation, though, right? And they have double life from the loam. Oh, I have to counter this Savines as well. I think I just get Negation. Oh, I can hard cast Negation. That's the reason. Maybe I was supposed to get Forger to bring back Ancestral at some point in this game. Yeah, I mean, I have a Mystic Sanctuary, but it's going to be really hard for us to do any kind of Mystic Sanctuary looping or drawing. This is still fine to pay for. So if I counter this Reclamation... Oh, they also need to sack their Chasm, though. So they have to do a Loam this turn as well. Well, no, they can do Reclamation because it brings back 2 things. Oh, yeah, I guess I should not have paid. Well, I mean, I can just pitch. It's fine. They went to 8 cards. I don't counter Loam, but I definitely counter Reclamation. Well, how many times can they besiege you me? Don't I have things to get? I kind of want to hit like Cruise into Mystic Sanctuary into Ancestral or something. Beseiju is not a basic. Beseiju I can get at any island. Loam returning, Saga, Buried Ruin, Glacial Chasm. I can't counter this because then if I do, then they Reclamation me. There's no Bolt in this list. So they have to play Chasm. I do think there's a winnable shot here. This is fine. Oh, so now they're going to get their Beseiju. Yeah, this is fine. Like, the only thing I have to make sure I counter is Savines, right? I mean, they are, like, they can't ever do Buried Ruin because they always have to play Glacial Chasm. Well, they don't always, right? I guess they could just not play it if they can win in the same turn somehow. But Buried Ruin only gets back Crucible. It doesn't get back, like, a Fastbond or something. All right, should I cast this Dress Down? Yeah, I think I cycle this Dress Down. Okay. A Mystic Sanctuary is probably our best. That is a Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, so I can go Mystic Sanctuary, put Ancestral in my hand. Or I can put Gush in my hand. I could put Prismatic Ending in my hand and hit their Lotus. What if I do that? I mean, I could get more counter spells, but no, I have to. They have a Servine's Reclamation in their yard. The Loams are not what matters right now. Oh, I can't cast Prismatic Ending because I have no white mana. Oh no. So should I just go for Gush? And then just do Gush Sanctuary loops? I mean, I could also get back Force of Will, but then I could do Force of Will and just have double counterspell. I have no idea. They have 2 Loams. I'm gonna bring back Gush. Oh, that was my white source. Whoops. Hit the Force anyways, I guess. No, I have a Narset in play. I can't Ancestral them. Even if they do everything, how do they win? They make a really big construct or something? Like, how do they win? I don't know. It's muscle memory. Is another Teferi? All right, I think I have to negate this. And then then they'll go all in on their Savines. And then I'll win. Yeah, we got it. Oh. Hitting Force of Will was enough. I should have tutored Force. Well, if I had tutored Force, they wouldn't have gone for it. So just naturally hitting Force was the nuts. Oh my god, we won that game. Whoa, I wish the video started with this game. That Hogaak match was so boring, but this match was so good. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, whatever, game 1. Okay. So we obviously bring in Leyline, and we bring in Negation, and we bring in Dress Down, and we bring in maybe Mountain Needle. I don't know. What do we keep out? What do we leave? I mean, I think I want to keep in Ragavan. My question is, how do I board? What do I board out here? Yeah, Swords is definitely bad. Lavinia, I mean, they are playing like Gushes and Forces, right? But maybe it's not good enough. I don't think I want to get rid of all these Pyroblasts if they're on like multiple Teferi. I don't think this ending is actually... Well, the ending does hit Fastbond, but if the ending is hitting Fastbond, I'm losing, right? So I probably don't want an ending, but maybe I want an ending that I can tutor for. Holy moly. It's hard to say. Maybe I don't need double basic. Unless, I mean, if I get Wasteland looped, it's so bad for me. I think I just lose this ending, and then I have to cut 2 more cards. I don't know. I have no idea. Probably something like that. Yo, what's up, Raphael? We are playing against Fastbond combo. We just played a like 40-minute game 1. Okay. The answer to Fastbond is countered on the stack. This is a horrible matchup for us, I would think. I want to keep this. Mox Diamond, huh? It's been a hot minute since I've seen a Mox Diamond. I got rid of a Wasteland. That's good for me. What do you got? Fastbond? Tinker me? What did they have for Tinker target? They had Citadel. Courser of Crewfix. That's a combo with Fastbond. I boarded all my swords out. I do a Force of Will, though. Courser's not GG. It's just annoying. This is like maybe super greedy, but kind of feels like the direction I want to go. We got there in game 1. Fastbond is on top of their library, so that's a must counter. They drew Strip Mine. Yeah, I have been Strip Mined. Now I definitely regret not keeping that other land. Pachuca Bog. It's kind of annoying. Yeah. Okay. So they play Pachuca. It's a Mishra's Workshop. I didn't even see that. It's just one of every land, huh? Okay, that's the perfect card to block. We just need to get enough lands to play it. Those are good. Did I play a land yet? No. I don't think they have another Fastbond in their hand, so I'm gonna go get this land drop. I'll leave the Preordain on top, though. Vigor. Uh-oh. Do I need to counter this Vigor if they find a green mana? Do I want Force of Will, I guess is my question. I don't think so. Oh, they do have green. I still don't think I want Force of Will. Like, I'm not going to pitch my Cruise. Teferi Flooded Strand. Teferi bouncing Cursor is fine. Is that actually what I want to be doing, though? I don't think so. All right, what do I needle? Wasteland? Oh, well, now they're just gonna Vigor it. What am I? I'm an idiot. What am I doing? I just forgot. Well, this is to put an extra card in my yard for Treasure Cruise. Oh, I'm gonna lose to the Saga though. Okay, I have to hold this, let them Vigor me, and then play it on Saga. I just misevaluated, and it was just bad. It's fine. Oh wow, they have a Teferi. Yeah, this is really bad for me. I just played badly. I'm trying to play a little fast because I don't have enough time. I'm just gonna lose to the Saga though. If I had just holded my Needle, wait for them to Vigor, and then play Needle on Saga, I would win this game probably. But I messed up, and we're gonna lose this game. It was my own fault. I just played really badly. I guess I can still draw Dress Down, so I shouldn't be too upset. I have to play Mentor before the Mock so that I can hold open red mana to cast Pyroblast on Teferi. So this is Mystic Sanctuary on Treasure Cruise. I won't have enough mana though, right? Oh, they do have a Manifold Key in their deck to make unblockable, so this looks lost. Yeah, if I had just held my Needle and put it on Saga, I think we win this game, but I played so bad. Okay, we'll have to play game 3. Yeah, they got a key. Yeah, that's lost. That's unfortunate. Okay, yeah, I could have played that game better for sure. My opponent is playing a graveyard-based lands combo deck. I'm gonna bring back a Swords. I just want a Swords. I'm like not really convinced I want these Forgers. I'm gonna bring back Mystical and Swords. Yeah, my opponent's got Fort Teferi, Tameshi, Time Walk, Ancestral Tinker. I need 4 Pyro, for sure. No, killing Fastbond is not a good use of ending. It means they've already done the Fastbond thing. I'm going to Time Walk, try to draw into Hull Breacher. If not, I'll cast Preordain. Just Fastbond. Don't need a Cultivator, Colossus, and Vintage. Yeah, I gotta play fast. I agree. But playing fast also means I make mistakes like last game. Opponent has Crucible, Trinisphere, a bunch of cards that you can cast off a Workshop. Sweet. I should not have F6 through that in case my opponent vigored me. Oko's in the deck too. So yeah. Oh. Oh, now I wish I had ending in my deck, right? What's I gotta do though? Oh boy. This is a hell of a starting draw for my opponent. Black Lotus, Fastbond, Courser. Ah, at least we have the Hull Breacher for the Bazaar of Baghdad. That's good. We a small victory. All right, they get to play every land off of their deck. I guess this is just lost, right? It's not lost until they find a way to return them from the yard. They bricked off there. They can actually mill themselves if they want. Oh, they hit it to Fairy? Okay. Oh, they have the Pearl to cast to Fairy. That's ridiculous. That's so crazy. Oh, this matchup looks atrocious for me. All right, kind of depends on what they do with this Oko. I can put the Pyroblast back on top of my library. Just gonna lose this Saga, though. Turning off Hull Breacher doesn't... Does turning off Hull Breacher actually turn off Hull Breacher? Oh, they just turned off Mentor. Yeah, I guess I can't attack through them if they just turn off Mentor. Do I even want to draw Pyroblast for Oko? Kind of have to. Ancestral. Oh, I guess that technically is good. I'm sad to lose this game, but at least it was fun. Holy moly. My opponent's hand was just too hard to beat without a force. Not much we could have really done about it. Ancestral? Endurance. Is this a loam? Oh, Chalice on 1. I can draw Dress Down for this. I knew they had a Chalice in their hand. I think that's more important. Could be wrong. Should I have to draw Ancestral and a Dress Down or something to win this game? I don't know. It's pretty lost. Gush Sanctuary. Woo! All right. Oh, why didn't I block this? I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, they win. Like it's not going to be hard for them to win. It's not. That's not an issue. That was a crazy match. All right, Jeskai round 2. Yeah, that hand looks quite strong. Well, maybe not quite strong. Quite strong might be an overstatement. Am I just supposed to play Ragavan with Pyro backup? Is that the plan? I guess that's the plan. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty doomed to lose to Bazaar for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna mulligan this, right? Please don't Bazaar me. Even Shops is not the end of the world, though I would wish I would have a force up. I don't think I'm supposed to dash my monkey because I don't have the ability to like protect my monkey. And if I oh, it is Shops. Okay, is there a creature? If there's a creature, it's bad. There is a creature. They have like Mock Sphere. That would be the end of the world. No, just a Patchwork Automaton versus a Ragavan. I just said why no dash. I don't think it was the correct play. Like, I want to be able to protect my Ragavan, right? Unfortunately, things went south, and I drew double Pyroblast against Mishra's Workshop, but I think it made perfect sense not to dash Ragavan. Like, what do you want me to do? Play Lotus as my ability to play Pyro? Like, oh, they just let this hit? Oh, that's so good for me. Give me something good, please. Ah, Strip Mine. Well, I didn't want to get Strip Mined. All right, well, at least I have Force for the next play. I can't believe they let this hit. Yeah, I mean, this is just my life, right? What do you got for me, opponent? All right, I'm just gonna force this. Don't really feel like I want this to happen. So now are you gonna block with your automaton? Or are you attacking? Maybe it's fine for them to let Ragavan hit them. If Ragavan isn't even good in this matchup, then man, where is Ragavan good? Take through time. All right, I got a Mox. I assume there's some capacity here for me to cast this Dig Through Time. No, I think I should just cast this Dig now. I don't think waiting and like doing these Pyroblasts makes... Maybe it does make sense. How much mana does this cost? 5? I actually think I'm supposed to wait. Putting Pyroblast in the yard doesn't really do anything unless I cast it on my next turn. In which case it saves me mana. But I have a feeling I'm going to need stuff this turn. This looks really bad for me. I kind of want to cast Dig right now in case I hit Misstep. I don't know. I don't think anything matters. I think we're just dying. We don't have a Shattering Spree main, right? No respect. I don't think there's a DAC either. I don't know. Ask Senpai. No respect. Are they just going to attach it to this? Oh, no, they just have more. All right, there's just nothing for us to do to beat this then. Like, you just disrespected shops with the way you built the deck, right? Like, no Shattering Spree, low removal. The only way we win this game is a Mentor. Mentor, Ancestral Time Walk or something. Whole... I don't even have, like, a removal spell to Forger. My whole deck does nothing. The whole deck does absolutely nothing. That does something. I don't know. The Forger has not looked good yet, but I don't think it's really for these matchups. That's an interesting attack. Maybe I should just like rebuild this Jeskai deck in like a way that makes sense. Like 4 Shredder, 5 Moxen. That might just be better. I think I actually need this to... I'm going to just take it. No, Murktide's not very good. They just have triple Nettle Cyst. Ragavan is not a very playable Magic card. This is, like I said in many videos, this is probably the most overrated Magic card to be printed in the last 10 years. It's just not very good. Okay, so we get to bring in Needle, Mountain. No, it's actually in all formats. Like, it wasn't ban worthy in Legacy. It's not playable in Vintage. It's overrated in Modern. All right, we get to get rid of Pyroblast, Flusterstorm, Mental Misstep. You don't want to get rid of Negation because it counters Spheres and Nettle Cysts. You do want to get rid of Narset. You do want to get rid of Probe. These are all bad. I could probably bring in a Dress Down. Or I don't know, a Hull Breacher. Doesn't seem very good. Maybe we bring in Mindbreak Trap for the other Hull Breacher. Something like this. Pretty reasonable. All right. So our deck got a lot better post-board in this matchup. We got to get rid of all the dead counter spells and put a bunch of Shattering Sprees in instead. Here we have Monkey into Spree. Yeah, I mean, this hand should be good, I would hope. It would be better if it had Force, but I have already qualified, but I wanted to continue and play through my A to Z challenge. I want to see what my record would look like if I have to win once with every match, every deck. I just think it's like a pretty low cost to play one Shattering Spree in your deck, but I guess this deck isn't playing any Dax, so there's no way to get rid of dead cards. I really think that's why you want to play Shredders. Like your cards that you're playing are not powerful enough to like not be able to get rid of the bad ones. All right, what you got for me? Workshop. Patchwork is the worst thing that could happen. That's not too bad though, unless they have Moxen follow up. Oh, all right. Well, it's pretty bad then. Okay. Are they going to block, though? If they don't block, then this is fine. Well, now I could just Swords it. I don't know. I actually don't know the right play here. I think I just Swords it and get my Ragavan hit in to make a mana. I don't think I want them to block. I think this Ragavan actually looks good on this board as making mana. The bad part is I have to fetch a non-red source, but opponent didn't have any follow-up after Sphere, which means they probably have like Nettle Cyst in their hand. Thorn off the top. Okay. I think we're like favored on this board at the moment. We also have like a triple Shattering Spree next turn if we want, because we had the treasure from Ragavan. This treasure from Ragavan looks like why this is kind of why I thought that Ragavan might be good in the Shops matchup, because you get to play through their spheres. So what is this? This is Nettle Cyst? Sure. So now the question, I still don't think I'm supposed to Shattering Spree. I think this time I just ending the Nettle Cyst and keep attacking. Blue, red, white. Use the Thalia trick. Guess in case they have a Moxen, I shouldn't. F6 Revoker, I can't cast. Like the minute they play the rest of their cards, I just spree the board. And I actually have the ability to negation too. I don't know what I would negation here. Maybe a Mystic Forge. Sure. Ah, that's annoying. It's okay because we have our treasure tokens though. I cast Spree, replicate once. All right, we just like ground out our opponent. I like this hand. All removal, Ragavan turn 1. Kind of nice. Worked out pretty well this time. Ooh, we hit their Mystic Forge. That would have been a really good top deck for them. We would have had to counter it. So I can actually Mystical for Ancestral this time, if I want to. We still have action after all this? I just supposed to negate it? I kind of think so. I don't think... I guess it's a 2-2, so maybe I can just go for Ancestral. It's kind of risky the way my Ancestrals have been going tonight, but... I don't have to use a treasure token, right? I can just Mystical on my upkeep. I don't get... So I will have Sanctuary eventually here. Am I willing to trade this? Not really. Maybe I will. That means I have to draw another creature. Okay. I don't know. That swing I'm not 100% sure I like very much, but... That I don't think matters. But I can just negate it for one treasure. I'm just gonna negate it. Like I'm still holding open Force here. I'm gonna Mystic Sanctuary because I don't want them to draw Wasteland and then Wasteland in response or anything like that. Ancient Tomb, that's good for us. Okay, I think we're actually in a good spot now. Let's see what happens. I don't really want any of that. I can just Needle Nettlecyst, but I can just do this later because I can force whatever their next play is if I need to. Couldn't probably need a Needle Saga if they draw Saga. I don't even have any fetchables left, do I? I have an island, maybe? Island and a Volk. I thought it was my last land, and I didn't want it to be dead. Imagine if they saved 2 threats for this turn. What if we lose this game? Oh, now they can cast Bronze Guardian. Oh, the 2 damage to untap the Mana Vault. Love it. But they tapped the white source. Now they can't play the Bronze Guardian. Nah, the Vault is no longer a win con. What'd they draw? I mean, I think I have a slight advantage. But if we just don't draw anything, then we lose. Chalice on 3. That does not feel like a card I care about. Teferi Mentor? Sure. Whatever. Why not Chalice on 1? I don't understand. Alright, I just get a Gush. Gush back my Sanctuary. Sanctuary on and Gush. Use my mana poorly. Yeah, Gush is a little good here. Just some Gush Sanctuary loops. Gotta show the kids at home. What is this? This is a Walking Ballista? Or is it a Serpent? I'm allowed to take 5 and just swords this, right? Seems reasonable. Oh! Okay. Alright, they're off it. Fair enough. We did it! Yay! Okay, still feel the same way about the cards I'm bringing in. I guess post-board 4 swords, 3 shattering spree is a lot. I kind of disrespected the number of removal we played post-board. I still think no lightning bolts is kind of interesting. I already brought in Mind Break Trap on the play, so... please let me win this game 3. I don't want to play any more Jeskai. Please, no more Jeskai. I don't need any of that in my life. Just let me out. Spare a poor soul. Oh no, not one of these hands. It's not playable. It's not playable. They kept a 7-card hand on the play. I have no force. I have 1 land. I have them all. Oh, this is worse. This is worse. All right, 5. I'm so dead. Three of a kind. Yeah, we're just dead. We can't beat a Jeskai 7 or a shop 7-card hand here. I'm wiped. That resolves. Okay. I guess we did just Gush loop them with Mystic Sanctuary. But I'm not sure this is exactly what I would use my sideboarding slots for. Two cards left in opponent's hand, plus Soul Guide. Nothing after this. Okay, they have 6 mana and no play. I'm not allowed to cast this Lavinia yet, because then I'll be tapped out. There was no Wasteland either, so I'm happy. They can only be lands, right? I mean, it's as long as I guess I have Saga kind of covered. All right, well, I'm gonna fetch a Valk and then play my untapped Sanctuary and play a 2/2. Doesn't do much of anything, but I think I want to put a clock in play. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, this way I can force and then 3 workshops. All right, my opponent can play any spell. I have a Shattering Spree, but only 1 red right now. I'm just going to hold everything. Don't think it makes sense to Shattering Spree until I can hit both their things that are in play. No, I would never cycle Dress Down, and this is the reason why. I need to be able to beat this Saga. Okay. That is not exactly a great draw. This is looking a little dicey now. Kind of needed a red source. Like, I have to force this, right? Maybe I don't. Yeah, I probably have to force this. I don't think it's fine. It turns off 1 mana. I don't think I'm going to have more red sources. They cruise their hearse. That's not a good draw. That is not a good draw. I think you're supposed to force this. Like, constricting me on mana here is a really big issue, and also cruise the hearse. I don't like letting Revoker resolve here. So what do they get off this Urza Saga after they make a token? Uh-oh, they used an Ancient Tomb. What does that mean? They're gonna play like a 10/10 Ballista now? I guess we actually dressed down that, so that's pretty good. Oh, there's no lost limit. We just keep adding columns. Soul Ring is fine. That doesn't do anything. Oh, fuck off. All right. I wish I had my force. You got me, chap. Just a top deck Karn. I don't know. I still think that revoker is bad news. It's okay. I can kill this Karn once I draw my red land and kill their hearse and their sphere and attack with my Lavinia. Crucible of Worlds. All right, well, that's really bad for me. No, I think they're gonna. I thought they had a walking ballista. No, I don't care right now. How long can I wait? I guess I can't wait any longer. I mean, my opponent top decked Karn after I used my force on a revoker. Like, that's just the worst possible outcome. All right, hit my red source. So now I get to kill. Bold of you to assume they have a Lattice in their deck. All right, I get to kill Crucible. I do have to beat another Saga now, though. It might just not be able to beat another Saga. I don't actually think I kill Sphere. I think I kill Hearse. I did this in... No, this order's fine. Raphael, you live in the weirdest world where the cards that are actually scary are not scary to you, and the cards that are not scary are super scary to you. I don't understand. All right, they killed off their mana crypt. They're gonna lose their card. Oh no, they have a Saga. I have to draw a removal spell. If I draw a removal spell, oh fuck off! They drew another Saga off the top. Ooh, we drew the second dress down. Okay, so I have to let the Karn tick up, right? Because if I attack and kill the Karn and use my dress down, I have to beat 3 Saga tokens with no more dress downs in my deck. No, I can't cruise. Maybe we draw another spree. This I assume can only get mana. Unless there's a Ginger Brute still in their deck. Only 2 of these will be able to attack next turn, which gives us time to draw Spree. I don't know. What'd you draw? Why is that so good against me again? I can still resolve Cruise, right? Should I just EOT fetch? Is that like the most likely way for me to be able to get all the way? Oh, get to my main, get to my main, get to my main. Yes! All right, I don't think I'm supposed to do this second strand. I don't think I'm allowed to do the second one. I think I just need to take my 3 where I get it. Why? Okay, so I take a huge hit. This deck is always so bad for me. My Ancestrals are always horrible. Well, the good news is I chump and then I just need to find Shattering Spree. And then we're stabilized again. Like, we're taking 6. It is bad. We have outs, right? 2 Shattering Sprees. No, we have 2 Shattering Sprees in our deck. I wish we had 4 Dress Down. Card's so broken. 4 Workshop. All right, here we go. This is the turn. 38 cards in our deck. Upkeep, fetch. Bulk. Oh, that's the one. I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 7 red sources, so I just leave them with Jet. Oh wait, no, I only get to do 6. No, 7? No, 6, right? Oh, I have a mountain in my deck. How do I cancel this? I brought a mountain in, I believe. So I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1. Why did it move? It moved. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I sure hope that's the right ones. Did you see that move? Did you see it move though? I'm not crazy, right? That definitely moved. I have to let this go because I need to cast this dig. I'm definitely never leaving the mana sources. You're crazy, Raphael. You're absolutely nuts. How do you win? I think I just keep this Lavinia because it blocks. Nah. I'm off it. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to leave. Nah, I don't need to leave it. Ancestral Ethereal Forger. Oh, I did this in the complete wrong order, huh? Whoops. You're incorrect. You're incorrect. That is not a correct analysis. That's wrong. I wanted to put the swords underneath the forger. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter what I choose to do. I mean, we're going to win. I think it's good to have the swords underneath the forger. I don't need to do this, but I just don't care. I'm just happy we're going to get past this deck. Oh, thank you, Shattering Spree, for getting a completely insane magic card. You had 2 cards? What are you doing, homie? Cast your cards. Dress Down is broken. Dress Down is the best card in these decks, I swear to God. Okay, thank God it's done. All right, so what you see in front of you is my version of the 4-color Lurrus decks that people have been playing recently to top 8 success. Those lists like to include Urza Saga and Standstill. I think those cards are just not super strong and don't really synergize as well with the deck as you would hope, while also making your mana worse. So I kind of I condensed the deck. I played some Ledger Shredders, which go pretty well with our Life from the Loam plan. More of the green cards to facilitate the crazy Force of Vigor mana requirements here. And then no additional colorless lands. Instead, we're playing, you know, the full 5 Wasteland plus Dupa Seiju. We have a whole variety of lands in the sideboard that we can crop rot for. Our sideboard is mostly dedicated to Gak. I think Gak is the deck that this deck probably struggles with the most. Let's see what OKMV has for us today. Though OKMV does not have a match waiting for us, though. Let's go see where they are at. I guess I can just make one, right? Yeah, I think Ledger Shooter is actually super good in Vintage. The biggest reason is that most of the time, both players are casting 2 spells every turn. For starting on turn 1, most players are casting 2 spells, so... Oh, did I put it in the wrong row? Oh, you're right. It's my bad. Thank you for letting me know. Right, so you lose out on some pretty important bug hate pieces. You lose out on Oko, and you lose out on Leovold. But what you gain is a really strong recursion engine with Lurrus. Which, you know, it's debatable whether that's stronger than the 3 drops or not, but it does make the deck play a very, very different game plan. Yeah, absolutely. There are definitely some downsides to Ledger Shredder. I just think Ledger Shredder is an extremely powerful card. I don't know if this is the best Ledger Shredder deck. I tried, in the 3 a.m. challenge this morning, I tried a Painter Expressive Iteration deck, which was pretty cool. I think it's likely that like a blue Tinker deck might be the best shell for Shredder, but a long way to go on trying to figure out what that actually is. All right, so we're now into the match. I've got a cat. I gotta bring my cat out or I will forget my cat. What do I have? I have Force, Deathrite Shaman. This hand's great, especially if my opponent is on something like Gak. This way I have an active Shaman. I have the ability to counter a big powerful threat, and maybe I could stabilize. We do want to have a Wasteland pretty quickly, but I think it's going to be more important for us to get Deathrite first, and then we'll get Reclaimer. I don't know what OKMV is playing recently, but I've definitely seen them play Tinker and Gak before, if I recall. Let's see. I do have to expose myself to a Wasteland here, but Deathrite should cover that pretty well. This list has no basics. That's pretty normal. I'm going to get a green-blue land and play a Deathrite. Don't really need to be eating instants and sorceries right now, so I shouldn't need black right away. So I like that we have double force. I like we have a Deathrite. Let's see what OKMV has for us. I would like to see not that. Not that. I didn't want to see that. I was hoping to see like an artifact-based deck, maybe a Tinker deck, maybe a Workshop deck, but this is very clearly going to be Doomsday. And they get to look at my hand for free, and then we die. We are certainly... Yeah, our Vigor plan is not very good in this matchup. The Wasteland plan is still not bad. And we have a bunch of Flusters in our main that we can draw into. Like, I'm pretty sure this is a 4 Fluster deck, right? A 3 Fluster main. We have 6 blue forces, 3 Fluster, some oofs. And then post-board, we get an Ipu Rivulet, so not very much. Oh, we have a Black Lotus. Classic Doomsday hand, yes. Oh, did they just have turn 1 kill with force backup? Maybe they have days here, and I'm supposed to wait. No, they just have turn 1 Doomsday with force backup. Oh, time to find out if we die. Doomsday, as I'm sure you all in Reed stream know, completely busted deck in Vintage right now. Super, super powerful. Our plan is not terrible. We do have like some reasonable stuff for Doomsday, but obviously the Vigors are all just very dead. So my opponent's going to put Black Lotus in their pile, and then if they don't go for anything this turn, we have a nice draw of maybe Wasteland. Like, they can build around Wasteland, and they probably should build a pile around Wasteland, though they know our whole hand because they probed us on turn 1. And I guess it's still turn 1. So they don't know about Wasteland. So a top deck Wasteland, pretty reasonable. I am actually getting a little bit punished here for not fetching the black source. I didn't feel like we would be eating instants and sorceries right away, but apparently we needed to be eating instants and sorceries right away. Oof is a decent draw. Nah, we drew both of our dead Vigors. So we're just dead here. There's just no counterplay at all. I'm going to just represent Fluster and let them go for something. And then we'll die. So they did build around Wasteland, so Wasteland wouldn't have done it. Collector Roof would have helped, because they wouldn't be able to Black Lotus this turn. but that probably also wouldn't do it. I mean, Collector Roof might have done it. It's definitely possible. Okay, we dead. Doomsday murdered us with a turn 1 Doomsday, which is kind of just how the deck works. So pretty simple. We don't really want these Vigors, and there's not very many things to bring in. So I don't know what we do. I guess we bring in 3 crop rotations and an Ipnu Rivulet and try to get them. That does not sound like a very good plan, but it does sound like a plan. I'm going to leave Swords in because they like to board in Murktide Regent. All right, that's what I'm going to do. I don't think any of these other things are good. Well, we have 3 main deck Flusterstorms and 2 main deck Negations and 3 Oofs and 5 Wastelands. So, like, we have a large quantity of our deck geared to play against Doomsday. It's not like this deck is so bad against Hogaak that you have to dedicate most of your sideboard to Hogaak. Flusterstorm, Rivulet in hand. I mean, this is a keep for sure. Don't really like the fact that I have a Rivulet in my hand and not being able to crop rot for it, but I guess maybe if we just put it in play, it's hard for them to build a pile. All right, show me your secrets. Another 7-card keep. Lotus, Needle can't name mana abilities. So yeah, it's not very good, unfortunately. So my opponent has Dark Ritual Doomsday on turn 1 again. Fair. I'm getting a little... Well, maybe we're just like too far away from being able to Rivulet them. They probably are not supposed to go for Doomsday on turn 1 when they have Gush in their hand, though. So they'll probably just cast Ponder. We can maybe mess them up with Beseiju as well. Something to consider. I think I have to end of turn this Brainstorm while I still have the mana to do so. All right, so my opponent used these 2. Next turn, they're going to have a much better setup. We drew a Force and a Wasteland. Those are both really nice draws. Let's put both these fetches back and draw 1 fetch. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to draw both fetches if I choose to Wasteland here. Do we have enough hate to beat Doomsday Resolving? Like, don't they go for a Gush plan? And then what do you want me? You want a Flusterstorm Gush, and then untap, and it's like the Rivulet doesn't beat the untap there, right? We don't have another blue card. I don't know if it's what did they do off of this Ponder? They shuffled. I think I'm gonna Wasteland them. I have to draw another fetch land, but maybe that's not as good as I think it is. I think we're just going to lose this game if I had to guess. I probably am supposed to fetch in response in case they have Dark Ritual Opposition Agent. I guess if they do that, I just fluster. I fetch now. Like, is Rivulet good enough to beat them, though? That's the thing I'm worried about. What did they draw? They drew Mystical? So if they haven't drawn a land, what are they going to Mystical for? Force? Or Fluster, maybe? I guess we're just dead, right? Or I guess I could besiege you after I figure out what this card is. I mean, that's just how that's how Doomsday matchups go for me. You've seen me play against Doomsday. You know what happens. Well, it kind of depends on what they mystical for, right? Not me. If they mystical for a force, then I don't care. But if they mystical for a fluster, it means that, well, I guess it means that they have Dark Ritual Doomsday Gush Fluster, and I would lose on the spot, right? So I have to. They went for Ancestral Recall. Well, now I can't besiege you, right? Oh, I can if they shuffle. I mean, then I lose to Dark Ritual Doomsday if they have backup. All right, yeah, go ahead. I'm hoping they didn't have another land drop draw, and I can just hit this with a Buster Storm and everything is fine. All right, that's what's happening here. That's good for me. I guess if they have a land drop, they just kill us. Dark Ritual, Doomsday, Gush. I don't think you mystical for Ancestral if you have a land drop though. Yeah. If they were sandbagging a land here, they go land, Dark Ritual, Doomsday, Gush, kill me. But I don't think you would mystical for Ancestral if you do, right? You would definitely do something else. All right, I would love to draw a blue card here so I can play my Tarmogoyf. Or a Wasteland. Yeah, we're gonna do that and just hope we don't die. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So if I besiege you there, they get to resolve a Doomsday, right? So if I besiege you them and they draw a land, we die to Doomsday. So I don't think I'm allowed to besiege you them. Because they can just not draw the Ancestral, take the land off besiege you, draw the land, and go Dark Ritual Doomsday Gush. No, I don't have Force because... Oh, I have Force, you're right. I don't know. The Ancestral made me feel like I was safe to make the play I had. Oh, they're out of lands. I don't know. I don't think that far ahead. I don't want to regrow Life from the Loam. I want a blue card. I got a blue card. Awesome. So now I'm just going to get a land and play a Tarmogoyf. Just gonna fetch now and get another tropical. Okay, we have a plan. When do I play this Rivulet? After they hit one land drop? When do we play the Rivulet? That's my new question. I don't want to show them it if I don't have to either, right? Yeah, information. I think it's really important that they don't know this exists. Have I used Brainstorm? Maybe I was supposed to brainstorm this Rivulet back. I didn't have a crop rotation though. They can beat Rivulet. They have Doomsday Consultation is definitely correct. Sorry, Lucky Dice. I should have said that when you asked. I didn't think about it. But Zajad is correct. They have Cast Thousa's Oracle, trigger on the stack, Demonic Consultation, name a card not in your deck, wipe your whole deck, and win. Oh no, we got He-Star here. He heard Doomsday and came running. I think we're in a not a commanding spot, but we're definitely slightly favored here for this game. They drew Jet. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, this resolves. If they cast Dark Ritual Doomsday, I also think I let that resolve. I got Duressed. Oh, that's a nightmare. Well, now they know about Rivulet, so we can play that. I kind of agree. Oracle made Doomsday a little too powerful. Just a little bit. All right. Whoa, they took the wrong one. That is not the correct card to take. You want to take Negation. So that I can't hardcast it. I'm not going to get Lurrus back. I'm just going to use this Tarmogoyf as my clock, and I'm just going to hold up in Negation, Boseiju, Rivulet. Thassa's Oracle. If there's no cards in your library, you win the game. So what do you guys think about Besieguing the Jet and then dredging Life from the Loam for Wasteland? That's probably worse than a random card. Oh, they could just get Island. Yeah, I guess they could just get basic Island, but then they can't deck Ritual. It's still probably worse. Am I at the point where I'm getting this Lurrus yet? How much mana do I have? Oh, yeah. I'm not sure about in. I think I'm allowed to play Lurrus, get Lurrus now, because I can still hold open. No, it's probably just worse than holding everything up. This Lurrus doesn't seem necessary. We should be fine to hold everything up. Oh, yeah, I guess now we have Strip Mine, so we could kill this. I also don't know if giving them a blue mana is good, though. Like, what if they cast... I guess... Oh. Okay. This is getting kind of annoying. I think it's bad to Force of Will this because my opponent has Dark Ritual Doomsday, but I have Rivulet Boseiju. I think the thing I have to worry the most about... I think the thing I have to worry most about is all console. I'm going to counter this. They forced back. Okay. Well, we know 3 of their 5 cards. Do we just end step Boseiju the Jet? If they get a Underground Sea, I'll Wasteland them. But if they get an Island... I Strip Mine them? I don't know if the other Mox matters. Maybe I just strip mine any land they get. Oh, they just got island? Sure. Oh, that's kind of nuts, huh? Sure. Does it? Why does the time walk just win? It's not enough damage yet. I mean, I'm still gonna get the Lurrus. Am I allowed to Loam Strip Beseiju? Like, am I even gonna be able to hold open Rivulet after that? I haven't done the math yet. We don't really want them to be able to Brainstorm Shuffle, though. I don't even... Is getting back these cards even good? I don't really think that is. I'm just gonna draw. Card doesn't really do much. I guess I should have cast it pre-combat. This at least lets me draw into a Flusterstorm. I don't have a Mystical Sanctuary in my deck. There's no Mystic Sanctuary in my deck. We're a 5 Wasteland deck. It's a little hard to play Sanctuary. So am I dead here? Oh no, they're just gonna dig. Sure. Okay, so I think we're winning then. And we get to play game 3. Kind of a crazy match. We had to do a lot of work. My opponent just gets to play one card, win the game, and I'm sitting over here trying to figure out Ipu Rivulet lines. They pitched Gush already, Eric. They pitched Gush to Force of Will. We did a very good job in that game of making it sure they couldn't cast Gush. Yeah. They read the writing on the wall that they weren't going to be able to Gush that game. All right, I have a cat. Yeah, this hand's great if I don't get turn 1 killed. I have a cat. If I can live 1 turn, I like what we see. They kept a 7-card hand, though. They have it? Nah, okay. It's just preordained. I got scared. Every time I see one of the 3 Moxen in their deck, I get so scared. Doomsday, I'm traumatized, okay? From all of my matches versus Discoveren, I'm absolutely traumatized by Doomsday. I'm gonna play Wasteland, Sapphire, go. Or Wasteland, play Sapphire, Wasteland, their C, pass. Ugh. Okay. No follow-up. That's good for the home team. Oh, now I get everything. Now I get everything. The preordain was bottom top. Well, I didn't want them to daze my my Moxen. Well, I guess I could Wasteland to prevent them from dazing my Moxen. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I think I'm gonna respond to this with an Ancestral. And if they counter my Ancestral, I'll fluster the stack. Now I kind of want to just counter the Ponder. I think you're kind of right though. If I just Wasteland the Underground Sea, then that plays around days as well. So I probably should have done that. Is it crazy to want to fluster this? Well, if they draw a fetch land, my Wasteland doesn't do anything. It's probably fine. Ponder's a lot worse than Preordain here. They chose not to shuffle. So don't I feel bad right now? I don't know, maybe I don't feel bad. I need to play my Underground Sea. Am I playing this Reclaimer? Yeah, I'm probably playing this Reclaimer. I shouldn't have played this Underground Sea till post-combat in case they had Fatal Push. Maybe this Reclaimer is like not even remotely necessary. Does let me get Strip Mine and Rivulet. Yeah, but then I run into like possibly, I guess it's really hard for me to run into Daze. Just like thinking if we run out of mana. Like if we need 3 mana on their turn for some reason. I don't have a second C in my deck, right? Oh, I do have a second C. Okay, this was a pretty big misplay. This is a pretty big misplay. I thought I had only one C. They're forcing it? Pitching Fluster? Sure, don't give a shit. You got it. I should have fetched for my other C so that I would have 2 lands in the yard for my Reclaimer. So after I Wasteland, I would have 3 lands in my yard. That was a pretty big misplay. I just thought I had 1 C for some reason. All right. Okay. Is there any world where I play this Wasteland? Like, what would that help me against? Like, depending on how they fetch, it would help me against Gush. I think that's better. And Vamp, yeah. Wait, what are they going to do now? Are they going to find Basic Island here? Okay. I have lethal on the table. Kind of a crazy match, huh? Ah, to block. Should I just eat this Ponder now? Does it change anything? Maybe dig? Oh no, because then they can Doomsday if I eat now. Okay. Woo! Got there. All right, Lurrus Deathray Shaman. Kind of nice, actually. I was a bit surprised by how well this deck played. Okay, here we are. Now we are on all the way to M on our A to Z marathon. Not even a bad record so far. 14-7. I'm pretty happy. What we have in front of us is mono white weenie. It's a Lurrus deck with a bunch of hate bears. It's got the nice cow curve that I love, but this cow has really long legs, which makes it more like a... And it has no head, so maybe not a cow. Anyways, that's good. That's gonna make sense to like 1% of the audience who follows on Twitter. But this one has a Cavern of Souls in it, so I'm a little hyped. That's a nice little change from the norm. I have a cat. What do we have? This hand is non-functional. Well, what kind of giraffes do you know that have no head? Oh my lord. Are there no white sources? My opponent rolled a 5, so... Where are the planes? Where were the planes? This happened last time. Did I put planes in the deck? Did someone check? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-ish planes. I haven't seen any lands, right? Where are my free mulligans? All right, they kept their 5-card hand. Okay. I mean, I hope they're on Hogaak, I guess. This is where we're at in life. Oh, they're not on Hogaak. We really have to play against Doomsday? I guess Spirit's good against Doomsday. The path is not very good, though. They did mold a 5, so we have some upside. If our spirit gets countered, we might not be able to play any Magic the Gathering, which would not be good. Jet? So it's unfortunate. Black Lotus. Doomsday? Why does this deck exist? Why does this deck exist? I actually think this matchup is not terrible. If that's crazy for me to say. Honestly, if my opponent doesn't have a draw spell here, right? And I strip mine them plus lock them out of draw spells with Spirit, it's possible we win this game. Oh, they are getting Lotus, so we will have to figure out a way to stop them from Lotusing. They only have one card left in their hand, so it's pretty unlikely that I don't think they have any way to kill us right now on this turn. Unless they have Street Wraith in their hand and they make a pile of... No, that still doesn't kill us, though. No, I actually think this game might be close to winnable depending on what we draw. I actually think this game... Like, opponent has no counter magic, right? So we are resolving Spirit of the Labyrinth, and we're strip mining their one source. We know they put a Black Lotus in their pile, but how many Underground Seas? They don't have any other Underground Seas, so they didn't put any other land, so they're not going to be able to draw any cards. So they have to naturally draw all the way to Lotus, and then cast Thassa's Oracle, and maybe we'll have a Plains by then, and we can path it in the first one. I think this might be a winnable game because my opponent mulled too low and doesn't have like any other resources for their Doomsday. I wonder if I was supposed to keep the Mox in instead of the Path. I don't think so, though. They only put one Oracle in pile. That's good, too. I drew the Plains. This game is interesting. It might be. There's one pass. I don't think they have enough turns, right? Does that do anything? I don't think it does anything. No basic swamp in the main for most Doomsday lists. Also, swamp doesn't really help you. The island's in the yard already, too. So is this going to be Lotus? Or is it going to be they have something else instead? So I think if they go for it, we can win. I think they have to go for it, though, don't they? Monomacetious. Okay, so I have to hold up path here, right? No, I can lose. If I play Relic Warder and their top card was Ancestral and then they had Lotus Oracle as their top 3, I would lose. So I can't actually play Relic Warder here. Oh, are they actually going to get all the way to blue card Force of Will? I think they're going to get to blue card Force of Will. Unless they put Thassa as their last card, then we win. Maybe they can't fit blue card Force of Will into this pile. We just get there. We just get there without even needing to path. Wow. Suck it, Doomsday. We're mono white. Okay. So what do? We bring in Deafening Silence. And we bring in Surgical, and we bring in Mindbreak Trap, and we bring in maybe Stony Silence. And then we take out these Giver of Runes are terrible. These Paths are terrible. These, these Katakis and Containment Priests are terrible. These Relic Word, everything is terrible. What's the most terrible? Kataki Giver of Runes, maybe? Containment Priest is probably better than some of these other things because it has Flash. How many paths do I want to leave in for like a sideboard Murktide Regent? I mean, it's a 2/2. It attacks. I mean, how many pushes can they play? 1, 2? I don't think it's worth leaving in Giver of Runes for that. That doesn't feel like a worthwhile use of my time. We want all the paths? Yeah, but Kataki's legendary. 2 Regent, 1 push. No, no chains. I don't think Kataki is, I guess... No, I think Kataki's worse for me, chat. I think Kataki's worse for me. No. Chat, I play Moxen. My opponent plays 2 Moxen. I think Kataki is much worse for me than it is for my opponent. I'm going to leave in 2 paths. I wouldn't keep any Katakis in here. I have, like, Relic Orders for that kind of thing. Like, I could probably take out a Janjo here as well. I don't know how many lands I'm allowed to take out, though, so I'm just going to submit, because I didn't have any planes in my first, like, 10 hands, so... Okay. We stole game 1 from Doomsday. I still have a cat. Uncounterable Thalia into Wasteland. That's a keeper. Well, I mean, I think it was a fluke. It was a fluke. I like this hand, though. We drew our 1 Cavern. Look how good Cavern is. Grim, if you ever watch this in the future, look how good this Cavern is. It's incredible. Why don't we play 4? We gotta play 4. At least 2. How can we play 0 or 1 Caverns? Our deck is entirely based around resolving stupid white creatures. Grim says the mana's too bad to play 4. Oh, Dark Ritual Doomsday? Uh-oh. Alright, so which one is the best? I guess it kind of depends. No, I don't. You usually don't die to Dark Ritual Doomsday unless they have like double Street Wraith or something, or like Street Wraith into. If they have Street Wraith and the cantrip, like an Ancestral or something, then they can Street Wraith into Lotus and then cast cantrips and die. I think I'm gonna go Pearl, Cavern, Thalia, Pass, Untap, Wasteland, Stony. It's probably the line I'm gonna go with, but it does kind of depend on what opponent's up to. It's hard for them to make a pile here. Like, there are a million cards to play around that matter. Like, Wasteland is the biggest one, but like, I would suspect they make their pile to beat Wasteland. That's probably the most reasonable card. I'm not Wastelanding and Stonying on the same turn, chat. Oh, I see what you're saying, because I don't have 3 mana. Well, I don't think just jamming Stony is good. Maybe we'll draw Moxen and make everything easier. It kind of depends on what they build their pile as, too. They did put Black Lotus in their pile. Oh, they have Street Wraith. All right, we actually are just getting turn 1 killed. My opponent just used 4 Street Wraiths and killed us on turn 1. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. Doomsday is fair. Very fair deck. Totally reasonable deck. Awesome. I got a nice 7 there, too. Why does this deck exist? Why is Doomsday allowed to exist? I don't understand. They have 4 Tinkers in their deck. This hand's actually quite good. We can do Cavern on Spirit, and then Resolve a Spirit, Wasteland their Underground Sea, and Surgical the Underground. This Cavern's unreal. This Cavern is the best card in the deck. I swear. We're going to lead with Petal, so they don't counter my Petal, because they don't know about Cavern. And then Cavern on Spirit. Uncounterable Spirit of the Labyrinth. Very nice. Hopefully they fetch and play an Underground Sea and cast... oh, I guess they might not do that because they don't get to Preordain. They just have the Jet again? Okay. And they have a basic. Awesome. That's about the worst it could have gone. Oh. Dope. The 1 push. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We untap. We play a Jonjo Spirit. Everything's fine. We got the crew. We got the whole team. The whole team is here. All the spirits are ready to play. Yeah, you can scry. I allow it. They bottomed, so good scry though. And the Underground Seas? Yeah, oh yeah, Cavern is the best card in our deck. I totally agree. Oh, actually that card has got to be better than... Does this mean I can't Surgical? I don't... Well, I'm not... I am searching their library and graveyard in hand. So it won't shuffle, or will it shuffle? Will it still shuffle, though? Or the then is part of the thing? Okay. I'm going to play this Wasteland to play around Daze, and I'm going to play the Arbiter, because I think it's really strong here. It's good against their fetch land, good against their Doomsday. They kind of have to have force. Okay, awesome. This resolves. Obviously, they can pay for a fetch, but... If it had a comma, we would not shuffle. Okay. Interesting. I've never had both of these cards in my hand at the same time in a game of Magic before, so it's fun. What are you gonna do with this? Pay and then Doomsday? Holy moly. Okay. Oh no, they didn't pay. Oh no, opponent. I hate this card. This is the worst designed Magic card of all time. This happens so much. Back when I used to grind Modern, I swear to God, there was like a pretty reasonable player in the Northeast who just only played mono white, and almost all of their wins were players just not understanding or playing around like the interactions correctly. It's no, it's not. It's actually bad in real life. Like if I cast a spell, I can't pay, you know? Like it's actually bad in real life as well. The timing windows and stuff are so bad. Mono white confirmed broken. Doomsday washed. You heard it here first. All right, another round of A to Z challenge. Here we have Oath. I have a very special Oath brew for us today. This is an Oath deck I designed for a Mana Traders qualifying session that would be heavy on aggro and wasteland decks, things like Hogaak and Chops. That hasn't exactly been this Mana Traders metagame. It's kind of been more combo oriented, though there has been like a decent amount of Chops. So this is an Oath of Druids and a Show and Tell hybrid list. So I've got a bunch of Veils and Flusterstorms to protect my Oaths and my Show and Tells. Looking at 3 technically Oath targets with Grizzlebrand, Sphinx of the Steel Wind, Sarah's Emissary. 4 Show and Tell targets because you get to include Bolus the Citadel, and 2 Tinker targets because you have Citadel and Sphinx. Pretty sweet game. Oh, sweet game. I hope it's gonna be a sweet game. It's a sweet deck. We'll see how it does. Especially if we play against Hogaak or aggro shops, we get to board into 3 emissaries and just like Show and Tell, make them lose. This hand does not look playable though. So close to being done. How many more? 2 more? Can't wait to drink again. All right, let's mulligan this. Yeah, this looks a lot better. There are 3 creatures and 1 artifact. So we have a Sarah Emissary, a Sphinx of Steel Wind, and a Grizzlebrand are our creatures, and we also have a Bolus of Citadel that we can show and tell on. I am just gonna get rid of this Brainstorm, and we'll hold open Force Fluster, and then try to Time Walk Mox Tinker. Oh, it's Bazaar. Okay, Bazaar is one of our good matchups, and hopefully not Squee. But we have so many Sarah's Emissaries that it said 4 creatures. That's bad. Why is there 4 creatures? What? What? Apparently there's also an Iona. So, yeah, our combo matchup is saved. I made this deck based on a Juan Anton list. Moxen? Any Moxen? My opponent has triple Bloodghast. Do I have a basic island in my deck? Oh, I don't want to fetch a basic island in case I hit an Oath. I'm gonna mulligan these cards. Don't want these. Okay. Nice catch there. Apparently we have another fatty. We're gonna really spin the wheel on our Oath of Druids. Okay. I mean, I think we're in a pretty good spot in this game, actually. If we find an Oath, we can protect it from Vigor. If we find a Moxen, we get to jam a Tinker for a Sphinx. So I feel pretty solidly about where we're at here. It does look like my opponent will probably play a Hogaak this turn, though. Obviously, if we get Wastelanded, it's the worst case scenario. We didn't get Wastelanded. And this is what I designed. I designed it for this matchup. So if we can't beat them in this matchup, we have a problem. This doesn't let them cast Hogaak, so this is fine. They do have quite a fleet here. Oh, that lets them cast Hogaak, though. They only have one card in hand, so I think I'm just going to counter this hollow one to buy infinite tempo. As long as they don't draw... As long as they don't have a second hollow one, this is good. No, because then they just... That doesn't work, because then they just cast it from the yard anyways. So I guess I just have to counter Hogaak for tempo then. 2, 6, 10... Yeah, I just have to cast counter Hogaak for tempo, because I will die if I don't, right? Okay. Yep. All right, so I have 2 draw steps to find a Moxen, and that will let us put a Sphinx in play, which will not win the game. It might win the game. It's probably a closer race than I'd like. Looking for... Okay, so if I fetch a tropical and I play an Oath and then I have a Time Walk, that should be good enough, right? Unless I hit the Iona. I sure hope I don't hit the Iona. I think I want to hold this Time Walk and just play Oath. Take 6, 10, 13, 14, maybe 16. Hope they don't hit Beseiju. All right, I do think that this is correct, though. Okay. So what I really want to dodge here is like green card Vigor or just Beseiju. Well, I think like I don't know. I think that the Oath is better with the Time Walk than the other things. Like we have Sphinx and Grizzlebrand, which immediately does this pro creature? No. We might have to get lucky. If we hit like Grizzlebrand or Sphinx first and then Sarah's Emissary, it's locked. Maybe I'm supposed to not crack this so that they don't have a Deathrite Shaman so they can't Beseiju me. Well, it kind of depends on how much damage I take this turn. This Iona could definitely kill us, though. Like, we just don't want to see this Iona. That I didn't know it was even in our deck. All right, opponent is deep in the tank. They must have found something. Yeah, no. I think you're supposed to have 5 show and tell targets for 3. I just didn't see it because it was 9 mana cost and off the screen. Well, I have 2 Time Walks and I have Tinker, right? I don't know. It might be not. If that's not enough, then I think this is much better than Time Walking. We're on what? How many artifacts? 7 artifacts to Tinker? Like, it's pretty low. I didn't put a lot of artifacts for our Tinker package. They activated Bazaar. That's great for us. So that means they're on just Beseiju. Oh my god. Slipping away. Yo, not interactive. Thanks for the 45-month resub. Much appreciated. Okay, we have an Oath trigger. What do we have? Not Iona. Give me a lifelinker. Okay, we hit a lifelinker. Awesome. That should just be 1 then. Woohoo! Gotta make it dicey. It's okay, we don't need to tinker. Alright. What else you got for me, Oath? I think it's only fair if my opponent puts this many creatures into play that I get to Oath of Druids, right? Oh, there's the Iona. I won't let you play... I guess it doesn't matter, right? Green? Green, sure. We could tinker our Sphinx into a Black Lotus for fun. That would also lose us the game, but... This Iona is scary bad. Maybe I was supposed to... Oh, it doesn't do anything. I guess I still am pretty dead to Beseiju, though, right? No, I guess I'm going to flip into a Grizzlebrand. Yeah. I mean, like, I think it's correct to have an Iona, so I have, like, some actual game plan against combo, but maybe it definitely made things very dicey here. Ha, you can't cast that. You can't cast that. Good try, though. You can't cast that. You can't cast that. It's a beautiful board state, I must say. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so now we get to do even more fun things, like sideboard in our entire deck. Citadel's in the yard, so now we get to bring in 2 Tabernacles, 4 Surgical Extractions, 2 Sarah's Emissaries. We get to board out Iona. We get to board out Bolas' Citadel. We get to board out Veil of Summer. We get to board out Narset. We get to board out... Maybe we just board out Flusterstorm and just keep forces. No, you still want Tinker for Sphinx. I don't know. I kind of like Misstep because it lets you tempo them off of Hogaak's. Oko is fine. It's a little slow, but it's fine. Can win on its own. I think I like this setup. So this keeps us at 5 targets for Show and Tell, 1 target for Tinker. It's possible that we won't want this Grizzlebrand in, so we always hit Sarah's Emissary. No, I think Show and Tell is like legitimately good here. This is like a good Show and Tell matchup. I'm wondering about taking out this Grizzlebrand, though, so that we always hit Sarah's Emissary or Sphinx. I guess this is like a Sphinx. It's probably fine. Ledger Shredder in an Oath Shell. Those are not going to interact in a positive way for us, so I don't recommend Ledger Shredder in an Oath Shell. What do we got? So this has Vamp for Tab into Oath. I assume that that's good enough. Is it, though? Is that good enough? I could also, if I draw like Show and Tell, I could Demonic for Lotus. Show and Tell is Sphinx. I don't know. This seems like a hand that's fine. If I hit any Mox and I just turn 1 Oath. Antibiotics. All right, my opponent is mulliganing to 6 currently. We're up a game against Hogaak. We hit the exact matchup I designed the deck for. Like the genius that I am. Perfectly picked the right opponent to have Show and Tell Oath of Druids against. Okay, yeah, all right, cool. Once upon a time, Bizarre Baghdad. And then what? And then what? I think our best draw is a Mox that we can play Oath on turn 1 off of. And then on... Okay, so they have Hollow One, Vengevine, Rootwalla. Oh, they have an Emerald that's so good against... Oh, it's so good against us. All right, so the Tabernacles are no good against this draw. But they have 2 cards left in hand. They have 1 card left. All right, so the Oath is good. It's just, is it fast enough? Oh, okay, I gotta think now. So if I let them hit me... I don't, because they have a Deathrite Shaman. So it's likely I only kill their worst 2 creatures and take 8. So I could go Underground Sea, Vamp for Lotus. They're gonna activate the Bazaar on their turn, chat. I don't have a Tabernacle right now. I have to wait a turn, so I'm taking 1,000,000 damage, and then they also can advance their Mord and get a Wasteland and put cards in their yard. I think what we do is Vamp for Lotus, Probe into Lotus puts me to 12. Lotus out Oath of Druids. What if we Vamp for Lotus, Demonic? No. Oh, you're right. I just don't think that's gonna be good enough, right? If I do, if I could do, no. I have to play a land to Vamp. I can't get a tab in play this turn. I think my only reasonable play is to get Vamp, Probe, Lotus, Oath, and then I take 8, 13. I'm gonna die though, right? 8, 11. Yeah, I mean, I could Probe and top deck tab. I don't know if that's the right way to go about this. I think I'm going to just slam an Oath into play and hope it's good enough. They have black mana in their hand. I think I'm just gonna lose to the Deathrite Shaman with this line, but I do still have Demonic for whatever that's worth. If I draw a Surgical off the top, I can hard cast Surgical in response to the Deathrite activation, and that might buy me enough time. No, I have some outs. So I assume they're going to pitch the 3 cards they drew, crack a fetch land, get a red-black source. They didn't get a black source? Am I miscounting here? Oh, it's exactly 12. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have a blind probe draw, but I don't think that... Like, I didn't know they had a fetch land until after I probed, right? So... I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. I think we played with what we had. Our opponent had a really solid turn 1 kill. Like, all we need to do is have Lotus show until Cyrus Emissary, and we immediately win the game, so... No, I like what we chose to do. Like, opponent had Emerald, right? So that made a lot of our Tabernacle lines really bad. If we lose to Hogaak, though, I'm going to be pretty sad, because this is, like, I designed this deck to beat Hogaak. No, we had no way to, I mean, so the only way we get a Tabernacle is if we probe and it's on top of our library. Or, like, we probe and it hits Lotus, and then we Demonic for Tabernacle. Yeah, I think I just want to up the show and tell count. I don't think Grizzlebrand, like, Grizzlebrand is still, like, fine. I just want to mulligan this. No, because you still want to be able to hit lifelinkers. Iona we don't want in our deck, for sure. I'm just going to mulligan this hand. I have so many better things. Okay, this has got to be pretty close. If I just play... I have choices here. I can put an Oath in play, but I'm not sure that's the best line. It's exclamation mark A to Z sheet. It says it in the title. I'm a little worried about Preordain Oko. Well, Oath can get Vigored and they just don't play creatures, right? I don't know. It might be fine to just buy time, though. Nobody reads the title. How'd you get here? I don't know. Opponent's on a mold of 5. I don't think it's unreasonable to slam Oath and then next turn Preordain. It's tough. I don't think it's like straightforward. I think both lines have merit. There's also like other demonic lines. Like you have Ancestral. Probably just Ancestral, but the link in the Discord has a title too. You're not getting by me. I got all the clapbacks here. Oh, I don't know. I'm leaning towards Demonic Oath. Didn't read it. I appreciate that you like my content enough not to read the title. No Props likes turn 1 Oko? Interesting. You think an Oko on turn 1 is going to be beating Gak most of the time? That hasn't been my experience. But I guess we're still following that up with a demonic for an oath anyways. So it's probably reasonable. We hit the Forbidden Orchard. But we're short on oath. So I'm just gonna go bottom. That's a good one. I like that. No, I don't think I want to probe my opponent. I think I'd rather keep 2 life and draw a random card. Or I guess I would draw a random card off of the probe, but I think I'd rather keep 2 life, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure if knowing my opponent's hand is something that's actually going to help me in this matchup. It's very likely they play most of their hand in the first turn of this game. This seems like a pretty reasonable draw, though. Because I think the worst things that can happen to me are like double Vengevine. Knowing... Well, it's too late for that to matter. I've already cast Preordain. I didn't have 4 mana anymore. Yeah, maybe we should cut probe. That's not unreasonable. Deathrite go? Well, now we should just go for... Take their Deathrite, go tutor for Sarah's Emissary, and show and tell it. That's my plan. I'm going to steal this. The only way this goes bad is if I get like if I get wastelanded, I guess. But I still have a Deathrite Shaman, so I'm just gonna go for the show and tell now that I've drawn it. Should I go for Grizzlebrand? Or should I just get Sarah's Emissary? Vigor in response could have been bad. Yeah, that's true. I didn't really think about that. That would have been pretty bad. I think we just probably get Sarah. Yeah, no, Vigor in response would have been a nightmare, so I probably should not have taken this line. It actually would have lost me the game, so... Well, maybe not lost me the game, because I still have Demonic for Oath. So it's probably still fine either way, but... Ah, they did hit Strip Mine, though, so now we need to hit a land. Or a Moxen. Didn't hit a land or a Moxen. So what do we do? Just make a food? I think turning off their Deathrite Shaman right now would be a problem, because we would lose our Oko. I have a Surgical Extraction to, like, stop a Deathrite activation. I have a Deathrite activation to stop a Deathrite activation. They have Pyro? Oh, they have Root Walla. Sure. I'm definitely just respond to this by exiling it so they don't get any mana. Now we're playing Legacy. I still missed. I think I just turn on my 3/3 for now. Should stabilize the board. And then next turn I can still attack the Deathrite with an Oko if I need to make mana. The real Legacy. Before those 2022 Modern Horizons card were printed and ruined the format. Deathrite Shaman Oko Legacy. The only legacy that matters. Or something. Why are we playing Bug? True. Whatever, man. Why you gotta poke holes in my thing like that? Stop it! Stop it! Maybe they should have been like legal together. Opponent, stop doing this. This is not good for you. God, I just want to cast Show and Tell one time. One time. Oko shouldn't have been banned in Legacy. People should just have played more main deck Pyroblasts. What? What? Trade. I accept. I don't know if they have Pyroblast. Lands? Moxen? Yeah, it's our time. Show and Tell. Asara's Emissary. Protection from creatures. Excellent deck building. Yes. This is how you beat Hogaak if you ever need a deck for it. It's a little bit too much. I don't know how you beat other things, but just hope you draw, hope you play against Hogaak. Okay, no. That was a completely easy match, not me. What are you talking about? It was free. Completely free. My opponent hit a top 10%, top 1% draw with an Emerald. It's okay. All right. That was fun. That was a good one. Where does that put us? At the end of the stream. That's not what we want. This one. That leaves us at 16-7. We are currently ranked 10 on the leaderboard. And we're more than halfway through our deck list here. Not bad at all. Okay, so we're progressing pretty far and pretty fast. I'm pretty happy with how many times can I say pretty? I want to say I'm very happy with how this has gone. Obviously, so far the worst deck we've played has been Dredge. We had a little bit of a problem winning with Dredge, but we have quite the set of decks coming in the next stream. All of our other categories. So I'm thinking right now, other aggro will be green-white Wessel deck. Other blue control will be a Brian Kelly deck or a Take Your Time Standstill deck. Other blue tempo will be blue-white Birdblade. Other combo will be Oops All Spells. And other, I haven't decided. One of my pet decks, probably. Something like maybe Mono Green Depths or probably Mono Green Depths is the one I'm leaning towards. Or maybe I'll work more on that Ledger Shredder Yorion Painter deck. That deck was pretty fun, and getting another option of that would be nice. Or the Riddler, maybe. Sure, why not the Riddler? Maybe the Riddler with Ledger Shredder. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to figure that one out for the next stream. But until then, thank you all for watching. Thanks for coming. Anyone who stuck around from Restream, I really appreciate that. This video is going to go up on YouTube. There will be new videos on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. I will see you in the next video.